Exam, I told you before there's several role plays, or they're going to ask you about your hobbies, and let's say if you say, you know what, I like running, and don't ask me why, but when you say this, I like running, and suddenly examiners, they're going to ask you about Olympic Games, athletics, and etc. So usually the questions come, okay, you like running, okay, that's fine. They might ask you that, that you like what if you're doing the marathon or other, like a sprint or something like that, no? And well, they can ask you, okay, about the Olympic Games. They can say, well, can you tell me where or when the first Olympic Games were held, and where, or who is the father or founder of the first or modern era Olympic Games. So you need to know some of the history of the Olympic Games. No? What is which is the country where the Olympic Games were invented, or were invented? So in the ancient, of course, we're talking about ancient Greece, yeah. But they want to know these things. Then they might ask you, about the athletics. They might ask you. Maybe the names of the Olympic champions, and why the marathon called marathon, what is the story about the marathon. So these kind of things, yeah, they might ask you all this around the Olympic Games or World Championships or European Championship. So, but you need to know the names. If you like running, I hope they are not going to ask you different disciplines, but the only thing what they're going to ask you is maybe they will go around the Olympic Games and the history, and just remember that when you're running inside the stadium, they call tracks, las pistas in Spanish. They call tracks. The athletes, they're running around, in the tracks. They're running around the stadium, but each one each on its track. Yeah. So that's this short video is about, just to give you some idea what kind of questions you might get from the examiners if you say I like running. Yeah. So basically I told you, don't ask me why, but they usually go around the Olympic Games and all what is about the Olympic Games. So they can history, the what's maybe the future, or they might ask you what's the next host country of the Summer Olympic Games? I think they're Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, no? But anyway, so this kind of questions, where was held the last Winter Olympic Games? They might ask you. So be ready for that if you say I like running, and be ready and try to go around the history of Olympic Games and etc. Okay? That should be fine, and that's all for now, and goodbye.